Hi everyone. In this video, I will be discussing the acids, bases, and pH lab that you're completing. So the overall objective, we always start with that, to explore pH meters and to record known values for pH of household products. You're also going to perform some calculations related to pH, so converting pH to your hydrogen ion concentrations, converting that to hydroxide concentrations, those types of calculations. So as always, start off with the introduction, a really good summary of pH. So we start off really broad, just discussing what a pH value is. And then we go into the mathematical relationship. So I just mentioned how you would be converting a pH to your hydrogen ion concentration. So that stems from this equation. So it discusses that, and it even tells you, it gives you the equation that you need in order to go from a pH value to a hydrogen ion value. And the way you do that is something called an antilog. So here you're raising 10 to the negative x. Your x is your pH value. So that's just a quick refresher on that. So not only that, but we also review, what the pH scale looks like and what end of the scale corresponds to, acidic or basic description. So definitely read through this, review it, always gives you good information. It's not too long this time, luckily. So in this lab, we'll be using a PhET virtual lab. So I have it open, so I'm going to scroll to that. So here you can see it had, you can see the macro tab. So when I actually opened it, like if I were to refresh this, you would see that it gives you these three options. You're actually going to click on macro. Okay, so let me quickly scroll back to the procedure. So you're selecting the macro option. Now from here, what I'm gonna go through is just showing you the different functions of the simulation. So I would say the main things to understand here, this right here is your actual pH meter. So you are going to bring it into your solution. See here, all this has is water. That's what the simulation automatically loads. And this is probably very pure water, so it has a pH of 7, which makes sense. You want your water to be pH 7. And then to go to different substances or different household products, you click on this little drop down menu and you can select whichever one you want. Some nasty ones on here, spit and vomit, but interesting, right? Because for example, your stomach has a really low pH, right? Very acidic. So I would expect vomit to have a very low pH. And also, probably everyone that's watching this video, all of my students, you probably vomited before, right? At least once in your life when you're a child or when you're sick. And it's usually really sour, right? Like it burns. So, just relate whatever you can real life to, what you observe here. It helps you learn. Some other functions here, in order to add more volume, you click this right here, this little dropper. You can see the volume increasing. And then to add water, you open this little spout. And then to let some of the volume out, or to drain it is a better word, you open this spout. And then to completely refresh it, just click there. Notice that the reading was right here. Sorry, I didn't point that out. And then it tells you the pH scale, like acidic versus basic. So back to the procedure. So you're going to follow these steps, using that information and, me just guiding you through the sim. This is what you're collecting. So you will be choosing 6 products or 6 substances, whatever you want to call them, and you will be measuring the pH for them. Okay, so that's the data you're actually collecting, the pH meter readings. From there, you will complete some calculations. So you will calculate the POH. You will determine the hydrogen ion concentration and the hydroxide ion concentration. And you will also tell me whether this was an acid or a base. You're going to show calculations here. Not sure if y'all can hear my cat meowing. Oh yeah, you probably can. And then, yeah, so show calculations. Yeah, pretty much show the calculations for this. I didn't include here, but complete sample calculations. So you don't have to show me every single calculation. And sorry if the scrolling is kind of making you dizzy, but complete sample calculation. So show me at least how you calculated one of the POH, one of the H concentration, one of the hydroxide concentration, so that I know you did that for every single one. And you can pick whichever one you chose, okay? And then from there, you will complete the applied exercises. Some of these are open-ended questions where you just short answer, a few sentences. Some of these are more math type calculations, so you will have to show calculations there in all units, anything that you included in that calculation. And then some post, very short read, just relating this to acidic rain. So that is everything you are completing for Lab 8. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with this lab.